Good morning. Good morning. Good. Nope, it's not morning. Let me start over. I'm still stuck in morning mode. Good afternoon, everyone. How am I back in the morning? Okay. Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I had to look. I was like, wait a minute. I know it's 1 p.m., a little after 1 p.m. here in Texas. So I know some of y'all, it's like 2 something there. So I was like, let me go ahead and get it together. Hey, Jennifer, good morning, sis. How are you today? Thank you for joining. Y'all, I am streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So in case you see some comments of some people you don't see in the chat, that's probably why they may be on the other platform. But I'll try to show those comments on here live. Y'all, I am so excited about this live. Okay. We have a reason to celebrate. As of yesterday, our girl Sha'Carri Richardson is now headed to the Olympics for 2024. Oh my goodness, y'all. I am so excited. So happy for her. Good morning, dreaming girl. Hey, sis. I'm so happy for her. So excited. And I just wanted to do a live dedicated to her and going over some of her journey and some things that we may not have known about her. And some of you may not have seen that special moment that took place yesterday that secured her spot in the Olympics. Shelly Shell said, since I definitely was listening to the music and giving him praise since your live ended. Praise God. Y'all, if you were not on here this morning, we had a blast in the Lord. Okay. If I could say it like that, God showed up and showed out. We went to church this morning with Pastor John Hannah in New Life Fellowship. And when I tell you, I had to kind of get it together as much as I could before I ended the live. But y'all, it was a powerful word. You got this. God will not fail you. I mean, it was so anointed and powerful. And a lot of us on there, we were blessed. Welcome, Miss Ruby. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so y'all, I want to get right into it. Okay. Let me pull up and share my screen. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Okay, so those of you who may not be familiar, this is Sha'Carri Richardson. Yes, Shelly, don't get me started, girl, because you know, hey, we we can get into it, okay? Baby, God is so good and so faithful, and I will forever give him the glory. I don't care what live I'm on. Hey, he's been that good because he even made a way. Even y'all, once I was ending the live, we had gotten some good news about something. So I was like, God was just in the midst and always. And really, it goes in line with Sha'Carri's story too, okay? Because that's going to show you pretty much how God can restore and how God is faithful. So we're going to get into it. So on the screen, you should see, yes, Dreamy Girl. I told y'all get me started now. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to stay focused. You should see a picture of Sha'Carri Richardson. And so I want to kind of go back some. Sometimes, you know, when people see the end of a thing, they see the glory and the testimony, but they don't know where you started from. So I was like, you know what? I want to go back and look at some things in her earlier life that led her to this moment. So we'll have a variety of things that we'll see during this live, a couple of videos, and hear some of the events in her life. I'll also share some polls in the actual chat that you can vote on and so forth. So Sha'Carri Richardson, she was born March 25th in the year 2000. So she just made 24 this March. Now, she did not have a relationship with her biological parents, but she was raised by her grandmother, whose name is Betty Harp, and one of her aunts, Sha'Carri Richardson, but she calls her aunt her mom. Now we did hear of some bad news right around the time, and we'll talk about it was a very, oh my gosh, humbling, traumatic to me feeling to have to go through a public embarrassment. But around probably about a year after that moment in 2020, her biological mother passed away. And Sha'Carri, and y'all be messing this poor baby's name up. Sha'Carri, I hope I'm saying it right, sis. If you're watching this, she's never really gone into detail about her mom, her biological mother. Even when reporters tried to ask her about her mom, she just said that, in quotes, I'm grateful for her giving me life, bringing me into this world. And she has not publicly spoken about it since, or even acknowledged who her father is. She hasn't really talked about that. Okay. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And if you would like to share the live, you can share it so others can hear more about this superstar. Hey, Esco. Hey, bro. How are you? Now, Esco, you missed, we were having church this morning, okay, with Pastor John Hanna. You should have been in the building. Oh, my goodness. It was a powerful, powerful live. And I'm just so grateful to God for that. Okay, so she was inspired to start running track at a young age. Now, this part, y'all, I did not know about her. Okay, her mom, who she calls her mother, Sha'Carri, was a track and field runner. At the age of 9, Sha'Carri found her mother's medals from her high school running career. So the one that she calls her mom actually ran track, and she had a lot of medals. And so during that time, her grandmother had made her mother a big plaque full of medals. And Sha'Carri saw it one day and was like, I want that. I want you to bring me one, Granny. And then her grandmother told her, well, you got to do something to get some medals. She said, you just don't get medals. Now, anybody can go to Party City, and they sell they sell those medals at Party City. Okay. Oh yes. Okay, bro. Yeah, I know. I know you went to the building church too. Yes. I was just saying, yeah, we had some church over here. Too. I had to do virtual this morning. And so it was powerful. It was powerful. But yes, I know you be going to church. Esco, he shares pictures on his page as well. With going to okay. Shelly said we're going to church. Shelly said that's sad, but we don't know the story. But it's sad either way. Yes, we don't even really know what happened with that. But yes, nevertheless, it's still sad. And so from then on, after she saw those medals, and her grandmother told her, "Look, you got to do something in order to get that." Um, from then on, it was like, if you want to do something, if you want to be great, you got to put your all into it. And so, an active child whom Sha'Carri described Sha'Carri as a tomboy. Although she was like a tomboy, she still enjoyed doing cheer and dance practice. And she also played football with the neighborhood boys, and they would, race and things like that. My cousins used to do that outside too. When they would go outside, they would get in the street and just race. And so she was racing all of the time. And so her mom knew right from the start that she was going to be in it for the long haul. She was committed. She would get home from work, and she would ask, like when her mother would get home from work, Sha'Carri would ask her, could she just take her to the neighborhood track? And so that's where her passion was running track. and it started off at an early age. She competed in track races during middle school, where she actually won regional and state championships. Now, I have a poll in the chat. If y'all would like to do a quick vote, which famous, now this is also famous, it's a clue when I say famous, Dallas High School did Sha'Carri attend and run track for? I'll give you a chance to see if you know that answer. Which famous high school did she attend and run track for? Do we have any votes yet? And don't try to look it up. I want y'all to get the right answer without looking it up. It's a famous high school. It had its own movie too. Oh, if you're on Facebook, you probably can't see the poll. So this one would be for those of you who are watching from YouTube. Let's see if we have any votes in. No votes yet. Shelly, can you see the poll? Did I hit it? Esco, are you still in here? Are you able to see it? Dreamy girl. Unless I need to refresh. Okay, well, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I will continue. And then y'all will have the answer regardless. Okay, so Sha'Carri, in 2016, she gained national recognition as a sophomore at the one and only David W. Carter High School in Dallas when she became the Amateur Athletic Union Junior Olympic champion in the 100 meters. Then in 2017, she earned a bronze medal in the 200 meters at the USA Track and Field National Junior Olympic Track and Field Championship. That's a long name. Oh my gosh. She committed to running for LSU in 2017 after graduating high school. She was ranked number one sprint recruit in the country, y'all. I'm telling you, this girl here does not play any games when it comes to running, for sure. As a freshman at Louisiana State University, Richardson won her first NCAA title in 2019 and set a new collegiate record for the 100-meter dash, recording a time of 10.75 seconds. Okay, that is fast. And it's only 4 seconds away from what she got yesterday when she just won with the 100 meters yesterday. Let's see. With the record under her belt, Richardson decided to withdraw from the university and set her sights even higher. She made the announcement on X in June 2019. So she went to her professional career as a professional runner in 2019. And that's when she signed a contract deal with Nike. So she specializes in the 100 and 200 meter dash events. I want to show a little video before I move into what took place in 2020. Let's see. Okay. Thank y'all for your patience. Hold on, y'all. That's not the one. Now I had all my little videos set up. We just experiencing just a little technical difficulty. Okay.
On June 19th of 2021, a 21-year-old Sha'Carri Richardson entered the United States Olympic trials as one of the favorites in the women's 100 meters. Now, at the time, she was rapidly building her international profile as one of the most promising and talented sprinters in track. But over the course of just 2 days, she completely revolutionized the 100-meter dash. With her flashy red hair, her demanding presence, and most importantly, her blazing speed that she presented, Sha'Carri became an international sensation practically overnight. And even though she was set to enter the Tokyo Olympics with a real shot at an Olympic medal, she sadly did not compete due to a positive test for THC. Now, despite the circumstances surrounding this suspension, Sha'Carri's absence was without doubt an overall negative to the women's 100 because we ultimately missed out on her race against the Jamaican greats come the Tokyo finals. And even though she did return soon after these Olympics, it was as if something had just changed for Sha'Carri. And out in front, the Olympic champion does it again. For her first race back, Sha'Carri placed last at the 2021 Prefontaine Classic, finishing more than half of a second behind the eventual winner, Elaine Thompson-Herah. This defeat at the time was honestly quite brutal, and it put the Jamaican greats of Thompson-Herah, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, and Shericka Jackson as the athletes to beat in the women's 100. And from this race onwards, it really was almost impossible to beat them. From various Diamond League events to the World Championship finals, it was practically a guarantee that if one of these Jamaicans was present, they were going to win the 100 meters. And the legacy of unrivaled sprinting dominance that has since been left in their wake will forever endure in the sport of athletics. However, come the 2023 season, something miraculous unfolded. After building herself back piece by piece, race after race, Sha'Carri entered the 2023 World Championships with a realistic shot at making the podium. But against all odds and various predictions around the world, she pulled off a massive win with a new championship record time of 10.65 seconds. With this world title now to her name, and again a solid return to form, Sha'Carri has now entered the 2024 season with extreme promise, and in this year's United States Olympic trials, she has once again captured the imagination of the world. In the women's 100 meters, Sha'Carri Richardson entered as the overwhelming favorite in this year's Olympic trials. For the opening round, she ran the fastest time of the day with a time of 10.88 seconds, even though she actually tripped over the opening few strides. Moving forward to the semifinals, it was again a solid showing with a breezy qualification moving into the finals. And come these finals, Sha'Carri did what Sha'Carri Richardson does best, and that is absolutely fly in the 100 meters. After yet another rather subpar start, Sha'Carri already had a decent amount of work to do, but she caught up and left this field and took an amazing win in this women's 100 with a time of 10.71 seconds. You honestly should not be able to run a time this fast with this kind of start. This was the fastest time in the world this season by a significant margin, and I honestly think that if Sha'Carri gets a good start where she runs her first 60 meters under 7 seconds, like she's done multiple times in the past, she can get right at 10.6, if not under. Now, making the Olympic team along with Sha'Carri Richardson was Melissa Jefferson in second with a time of 10.8 and Twanisha Terry in third with a time of 10.89 seconds. Now, in total, we had 6 separate athletes running under 11 seconds for this 100 final, showcasing the amazing depth that does come from the United States. But looking back at Sha'Carri's 10.71, this was the second fastest time that she has ever run in her career so far. Now, last season, she actually did run a time of 10.71 in the opening round of the Women's 100 and the US National Championships. But for that race, she got a very good start. And when we compare that start with this start, I seriously think it's close to a tenth of a second that she lost. And come the Olympic finals, she will be gunning for some serious speed. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, until next time.
Wow. So, I mean, that in itself, that was very, very powerful. So I want to kind of go back to that moment in history where I think it not only crushed her heart, but I think it crushed our hearts as well because we were rooting for her. Um, so in June 2021, Richardson qualified for the pandemic delayed 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics after she won the 100-meter final at the U.S. Olympic team trials for track and field. So it's almost like this same time, but 3 years ago. And remember, because of COVID, things were pushed back because it would have just been in 2020, but it was pushed back to 2021. After crossing the finish line and running into the stand, she shared an emotional moment with her grandmother. She said, "My grandmother is my heart. My grandmother is my superwoman." Richardson said, "Honestly, that was one of my biggest goals in life, to have her see me compete in one of the highest levels and to be successful." But in July, results came back from a routine drug test performed by the U.S. Anti Doping Agency on the day of her Olympic trials race. And she tested positive for marijuana. So, unfortunately, she was banned from competition for 1 month and disqualified from competing at the Olympics in August of 2021. She shared that her marijuana use occurred at the time of her mother's death in June, to help her cope with that loss. Because remember, she had just lost her mom. She did go on television and she did like an interview. And she said that she took responsibility for her actions. She knew what she had done. She said that she knew what she was supposed to do and what she was not allowed to do. And she still made that decision. So she was not making an excuse. And she said she wasn't looking for empathy during that time. And I think, like, during that time, a lot of us, our hearts were crushed. It was like we went through a mixture, I think, of emotions where we were sad for her because everyone copes with loss in different ways, especially when it's the loss of a mom. And sometimes with her situation, she's shared that, they didn't have a relationship like that. So that was almost like double um, things hitting probably when she lost her mom. So her way of coping was, as she put it, marijuana use. Um, and then here comes now a big moment that you've been waiting for in your life, where one of your dreams is about to come true. And that moment is in your hand. It's literally in your hand. Your grandmother is here to see it, but something that is probably to her something she probably did not should have done then because she knew the rules, was the one thing that snatched it out of her hand. And she had to go through that shame and embarrassment publicly. And I can only imagine what she had to go through privately with her emotions, with, just different regrets and things of that sort. Just, I could have been there. I could have been, doing what I wanted to do, but I've lost my mom. I did this and that, and it just didn't work out. But what I love about her is she did not allow that to stop her. It may have put a pause right there, like a bookmark, but it did not allow her to stop. She continued to go to school. And then after that, she continued to work on herself. I don't know if y'all noticed the difference. Let me do this. Okay, I'm sharing this picture. Hold on one second. Look at the difference. If you look at this picture, this is when she first started out. Okay. And she's a very beautiful girl, very beautiful girl. But I could tell over the course that she has started the healing process. You could tell that she's transformed, y'all. I mean, this is when she went to college, when she was running in college. Look at this 2021. Beautiful. And I could tell she probably had a sense of, I want to get it together because if the chance ever comes again, I want to be ready. I want to be ready. Okay. So now let's come forward. Richardson's comeback following her Olympics disqualification was slow. She finished. Now she came back. She didn't give up. So don't forget that part. She did come back. However, imagine when you come back, now you're in last place. You were on top, and now you in last place. You still have to kind of go through. I can only imagine the you get disappointed. Like, man, I'm trying to push. I'm trying to make a comeback. So she August 2021 was last place. In June 2022, she also failed to reach the semifinals for the USATF Outdoor Championships in the 100 and 200 meter events. And then as a result, she was absent at the 2022 World Athletics Championships. Finally, in June 2023, Richardson began to find her footing at the front of the pack once more. So this was last year. She won the 100-meter sprint at the USATF Outdoor Championships with a time of 10.82 seconds. And so she said in a statement, now I stand here with you again, and I'm ready mentally, physically, and emotionally. I'm here to say I'm not back. I'm better. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. She wasn't back, but she was just, she was better. Her success continued at the 2023 World Athletics Championships that August. She won the 100-meter sprint with a championship record time of 10.65 seconds. She took third place in the 200-meter sprint and anchored the women's 4x100-meter relay for another first place win. She says that she feels amazing. She feels like her hard work paid off. She's been dedicating herself. She said that she had kept her faith strong that season and just believing and knowing whatever you practice is what you must put forward. And she was grateful. Her win in the 100-meter sprint earned her the title for the current fastest woman in the world. Y'all hear that? Okay, come on now. Richardson was named to Forbes 30 under 30 list for 2024. When I tell y'all, this is already, that part in itself already shows that she is a comeback kid. This sister, I am so, when I tell you, I'm just so excited. You go from one place that could have been a valley season in your life to now 2024. You are on the Forbes 30 under 30 list, and you have been labeled as the fastest woman in the world. Y'all, we are seeing history in the making. Okay. We are seeing it in the making already. Um, and then she's known for her unique personal style and beauty aesthetic. She has the bold fashion choices and the hairstyles. You notice like her nails also. Her personal style has been compared to fellow sprinter Florence Joyner, who won 5 Olympic medals in the 1980s. She said that she would just like people to know that they can be themselves. That means if you want to be sexy, if you want to be cute, you want to express yourself in ways that nobody has before, don't let that stop you. She wears her wigs. Let's see what else. And she did attend the Met Gala in February this year. I didn't even know that. And she became the face of a joint campaign for Nike and Jacquemus, a French luxury brand. Okay. So, she's getting those endorsements now. And I am just truly, truly excited for Sha'Carri and where God is taking her. He's already shown that he can restore and put you back on top. Now, if you missed that particular moment yesterday, where she actually won and secured her spot, I want to show you all that video. And our final competitor, she will be in lane 6, an NCAA champion at LSU, bronze medalist at 200 meters at the World Championships. She is the reigning world champion at 100 meters, representing Nike, Sha'Carri Richardson. She's the most captivating sprinter in the world right now. Her story has many chapters, and it just continues to get more and more interesting. And yet, if she starts the way that she has started in the semifinal and the first round, she is going to give herself a lot of work. She makes it easier on herself now by having the best start that she's had of these trials. Final of the women's 100. Here it is. Let's see who's going to pass. It wasn't the best start from Sha'Carri Richardson. Tamari Davis got out better. Now Sha'Carri starts to wind up, but she goes past Jefferson. Sha'Carri Richardson, 10:70. First-time Olympians. Sha'Carri Richardson hugs Twanisha Terry. And Melissa Jefferson is going as well. And oh, by the way, that's the fastest time in the world. None of that matters. All that matters tonight, top 3, and you get your ticket to Paris. You are coached by a phenomenal coach. This is the result. Here's another look. Sha'Carri did get the best start of her 3 rounds, and that put her closer, so she was in the lead early. Her training partners hung on to her, and all 3, I can just imagine the celebrations tonight as the 3 training partners have all booked their tickets to the Olympic Games in just about a month in Paris, France. And Sha'Carri took the last part of that race completely off, despite setting the world's fastest time, 10:71. The wind, 0.8 meters per second. And well done, TT Terry, because it was close with Aaliyah Hobbs and Tamari Davis, but TT Terry got it done at the head of the field. Sha'Carri did it with her training. Woo! Yeah, I had tears in my eyes seeing that. Have you ever just been so excited? It doesn't even have to be for you, but for someone else's dream to come true. Like, I felt their excitement, y'all. And she has been through a lot, but y'all, God has brought her to the other side of that. And so many great things happen. I was just talking about it the other day that when God restores, He restores in a better place. It's never just what you feel that you lost, but when God restores, He restores you plus some. He adds tips to it. Okay, it's not the same as it used to be, or what you thought. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be like this. No, it's going to be better. And so Sha'Carri is a walking testimony of don't give up. Okay, don't give up on your dreams. It doesn't matter who had to see you be publicly embarrassed or if you felt at your lowest, but God can elevate you and allow your dreams to come true. So I just want to give a huge shout out and congrats to our girl Sha'Carri Richardson. We are rooting for you here in the US and here even in Texas. Y'all, I'm only like 40 minutes from Dallas. And I am rooting for her, rooting for her, and that God will allow her to have great success. I have put a poll in the chat. Do you think that she has a chance at winning first place? And we have a vote. Yes. Okay. And I totally agree. 100%. We got 100% yes. We love you, Sha'Carri, and we hope that you will bring home those medals that you look forward to one day getting. Congratulations, sis. And I wanted to thank all of you all for joining today. I hope you all have a blessed Sunday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and for celebrating Sha'Carri. And I hope you all have a blessed Sunday. Don't forget to share the live, hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed or followed, hit the thumbs up. Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.